proud to announce the long-awaited update 1.71 New E.R.A. It means reactive and composite armor, rank 6 armored vehicles, first-person view for gunners, new aircraft and locations, an updated battle tasks system, and much, much more. Welcome to the new era. With the arrival of this update, the Ground Forces research trees receive a new 6th rank, where you will find vehicles that belong to the Cold War era. We're also introducing 2 new types of armor, composite armor and explosive reactive armor. They offer excellent protection against post-war shells, each in its own distinct way. Composite armor consists of layers of different materials. It's just as sturdy or effective as conventional armor, but much, much lighter. Reactive armor comes in the form of a slab or slabs of high explosive and thin metal plates. When the HEAT projectile reaches the tank, its high-velocity jet initiates the explosive between the 2 plates and drives the plates aside. These moving plates absorb the mass of the incoming jet, and much, if not all, of its penetrating power is lost. Get ready for the arrival of the first Rank 6 vehicles. Joining the brand new rank in the Soviet Ground Forces tree comes the mighty T-64A, the first mass-produced tank in the world to feature composite armor protection. It is fast, well protected, and armed with a smoothbore 125mm gun, a great pick for aggressive pushes and medium-range tank duels. The new top of the American Ground Forces tree is the reliable M60A1 RASE-P. This familiar machine underwent a radical modernization. It boasts an advanced explosive reactive armor protection system that protects the tank from enemy HEAT shells and missiles, and carries new fin-stabilized shells that can pierce up to 360mm of armor. Next up is the German Kampfpanzer 70, or the MBT-70, a result of a joint American-West German project to develop a main battle tank that could fight Soviet T-64s. It incorporated cutting-edge technologies of its time, great mobility, a stabilized gun that could use both conventional ammunition and missiles, an autoloader, an advanced hydro-pneumatic suspension system, and, well, we could go on and on. This versatile tank will take its place in the new Rank 6 of the German and American Ground Forces research trees. The British get their own top-tier tank. It's the Chieftain Mark 10, a modernized version of a tank that is well known to veterans of the game. It comes with the Appliqué Stillbrew crew protection package and modern APFS-DS shells. All of this makes the new Chieftain a very dangerous opponent indeed. The pilots of War Thunder get their own share of exciting new vehicles. The highly anticipated Mustang P-51H, the perfect piston-engine fighter and one of the fastest planes in the game, has been added to the US Air Force tree. Meet the new Hornet F-3 that will continue the British heavy fighter line. It excels at fighting at high altitudes where it can engage enemies at breakneck speeds. Next up is the BE-6, a new premium Soviet flying boat. It's not very fast, but what it lacks in speed it makes up for in a considerable bomb load, and what's even more important, turrets equipped with 23mm cannons. The American XA-38 Grizzly, a very interesting pick for players who prefer mixed battles. This ground attacker, equipped with a nose-mounted 75mm cannon, can easily slice through the armor of most medium and even some heavy tanks. The new era also brings new light-armored fighting vehicles that are more than capable of keeping up with tanks in terms of firepower. You'll find quite a few of these at ranks 5 and 6. Take, for instance, the American M50 Ontos. Serving primarily with the USMC during the Vietnam War, this vehicle carries not 1, not 2, but 6 106mm recoilless rifles. There's no such thing as too many guns, right? The Soviet BMP-1, a legendary amphibious tracked infantry fighting vehicle armed with both a fast-firing 73mm gun and a launcher for the Malyutka anti-tank wire-guided missile. The deadly T-114, a fast and stealthy tank destroyer that can fire up to 3 shots in quick succession, more than enough to deal with even the most well-protected of targets. The game will also get some new heavier tank destroyers. Take a look at the German Waffenträger, a rank 3 turreted vehicle equipped with the familiar 8.8cm cannon taken from the King Tiger. Who needs armor when you have this? Object 120 Taran, an experimental Soviet tank destroyer with the longest gun in the game. If you didn't know, it's almost 10 meters long. This vehicle will be one of the first rank 5 premiums, but you'll have to wait for it for a while. It won't be added at day 1. Also, we introduced the first-person view for gunners on bombers and ground attack aircraft with a single turret. Starting with this update, more than 50 aircraft allow the player to see the world through the eyes of an air gunner. Those dogfights will never be the same. Moreover, we created new models for some of the crowd pleasers. The line of Corsair fighters, the B-24 bomber, and the A-26C attacker. Aren't they beautiful? Speaking of beauty, we've created 2 completely new and very picturesque locations for mixed battles. The Emperor's Garden is a map that was inspired by the looks of traditional Japan. In this map, cherry blossom trees are always in full bloom, and magnificent pagodas are found side by side with neat country houses. The second map is called the Fulda Gap. It's probably the most fitting place for battles involving our new ground vehicles, as it is located on the border between East and West Germany. In other words, the place where the Cold War could have turned into World War III at the flip of a dime. Here you'll find a troubled landscape, a valley overlooked by 2 military bases and crossed by a borderline. It's also a place where the medieval castle and an old arched bridge sit alongside a modern wind farm. It's not possible to list all the changes in one small video, but there's one more thing that we just can't keep mum about. We've reworked the Battle Tasks system and updated the War Bonds shop. In the updated version of Battle Tasks, players don't have to worry about the disappearance of their War Bonds at the end of the month, as they no longer have a time limit. Use them whenever you want. Furthermore, you'll be able to upgrade the War Bonds shop itself. Every time you increase the shop level, you unlock new goods and a special gift. So, welcome to the new era, tankers and pilots of War Thunder. Click on the link below to read about all the changes and improvements. Subscribe to our channel, follow us in the social networks of your choice, and we'll see you in battle.